Well, thank you so much for talking to us. This has been amazing.
Should we like...
Shake hands.
This is the beginning of the interview.
So much has happened for you guys since VidCon. And last at VidCon, you guys were promoting your documentary.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Still promoting the documentary.
Still promoting the documentary.
It's funny because, like, we wanted to be done with it by now. Just like, I used to be in construction before I did YouTube. And the saying in construction is like, when you bid a job, it's always like, it's going to cost twice as much as you think it is, and it's going to take twice the amount of time that you think it'll take.
Right.
It's the same thing about a movie. And I've never made a movie before. I've made a lot of YouTube videos, but it's like there's things that I never thought about. You know, like rules, for instance, like if we want to submit the film to Sundance, nobody can see any of the footage before. And I'm like Mr. Overshare, so I want to show everything in my videos. You can't show any of that footage before it premieres at a film festival, or else you're disqualified. So anyways, we shot some of the movie last night. We did an interview outside of one of the parties, and we're talking about something. And me and Corey, the director, were talking, and it's like, I'm kind of glad that it took this long because other big things have happened that if they weren't in the movie, we would really feel like the movie wasn't complete because we missed out on these like big things that have happened. Like, I mean, there's actually some that I can't even talk about with you right now, but some really cool, exciting things that have happened because the movie's taken a little bit longer to make. And so it's going to happen. We're still working on it. I picture the day where I can like sit in a seat in a theater and be like, here it is. Oh, that'll be like the greatest day of my life. Other than when I had my 5 babies and got married. That'll be my 6th baby. When I sit in the theater at the movie for the first time, I'll just be like, it's done. We did it. Yeah. And at this point, like, I don't care if I make a dime on it or I just want it to be done.
Yeah.
I want it to be done well. I want it to tell the story. And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's going to be out soon. Vlogumentary.
The trailer's really cool.
Right?
That you showed at VidCon?
Yes.
That got me so excited after watching. That's a great trailer.
That's like, I hate it now because I want the movie to be done so bad that I watch the trailer and I'm like, yes! Oh, it's not done yet. But yeah, it did really well. It's like 1.5 million views. It got 110,000 thumbs up on it. So to see that kind of engagement, that over 100,000 people like touched it, they thumbs it up, you know. And I mean, there's a lot of people that are invested and want to see the story. So, and it's a story that's evolving. So I'm really excited about it.
Right? How did you come up with the idea to like do this? When was that?
So I wanted to do it when I hit 3 years of daily vlogging because there's so many people that are like, wait, what do? You make YouTube videos for a living? And then the next question is, well, how much money do you make doing that? Because it's such a different way to make money, and especially in the entertainment industry where I can literally make whatever I want. Like, I woke up on mornings and be like, I have an idea for a music video. I'm going to sell some Shay Carl socks. So I did! You can buy my socks online at rodeoarcade.com. I woke up one day, I made a song that I sell the song on iTunes. I made my own brand of socks that you can buy, and I made a music video of me singing the song wearing the socks. Now that's creative control, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like...
No, but honestly.
Right. I mean, you can do whatever you want on YouTube, and so the idea was like, well, how do I tell that story about how this became my job? I'm a 34-year-old man, and being a full-time YouTuber is the longest job I've ever had, and I've had a lot of jobs. And so I know that everybody knows what YouTube is, because it's YouTube. It's like the new Google. You don't necessarily Google things anymore. You YouTube things because people want to see. Like, you can see how to tie a tie. Yeah, exactly. So I want to inform people, just Joe Blow on the street, that there's people that are doing this full time that are creators and entertainers, talented people that act and sing and, you know, charismatic vloggers that do this for a living. And it's a legitimate source of income for a lot of people, and I want to tell that story. Right, and you're going to be sharing with us like all the ups and downs and everything. Oh yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes things that we've never shared in the vlogs before. And that's what so many people care about, is the behind the scenes, is knowing that. So it's great that you're finally taking the initiative to expose all that. Well, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I know
you and me both, sister.
A ton of other people are. And what about you and Corey, your director? How did you guys get connected, and how did you build your team? So me and Corey have known each other for a couple years. When I first started YouTube, there was a gathering, a YouTube gathering as we used to call it, in Toronto. It was called the 8808. This is August 8th of 2008. Corey, he put together this get-together for YouTubers in Toronto. So I went to Toronto, met Corey, we became friends, and we're friends for the last couple years. And he was in LA a year and a half ago, working on a project. We went out to dinner. He's like, so what are you doing? What are you working on? I'm like, dude, I really want to do this documentary. Like, I've been thinking about this idea. I want to share this story of, you know, this company I started. We started a company called Maker Studios.
Okay, yeah.
I want to talk about how this little business that we started now employs almost 400 people. I mean, those are 400 jobs that didn't exist 4 years ago. So I want to tell that story. And he's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, I just got to find somebody to help me do it. He's like, I'll do it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So the next day, he shows up at my house with like a spreadsheet. He's like, okay, this is how much money we need. Here's the budget. And like, he had it all broken down. I'm like, wow, he's really serious about doing this.
Yeah.
And I have 5 kids, and I'm doing daily vlogs and trying to help out at Maker Studios. So I don't have the time necessarily to focus the energy that it needs to make this documentary and give it the attention it deserves. So I'm like, okay, dude, you got it. You're the director. Help me with it. He knows the community. He knows all the YouTubers. Corey is very charismatic himself. He's a great director. He has a great eye for lighting, and he's made YouTube videos. His dad had a wedding business where they filmed and took pictures at weddings. So he's been behind a camera all of his life. And so it was a perfect match, and now here we are a year into the production of it. And it's good. It's happening.
And afterwards, when it's done, you're thinking festival circuit?
Yeah, I would love, yeah, of course, you know, you'd love for it to be a Sundance. We actually have a connection with Tribeca. I got to interview people on the red carpet at Tribeca last year, and Robert, I call him Bobby D. Robert De Niro was there.
Bobby D.
Bobby D. Me and Bobby D, we go way back. No, I was sitting right next to these kids that were interviewing, and those were the only people he would stop for on the carpet. When Robert De Niro came down, I was like, I'm going to put myself right next to these cute kids. I'm smart, you know. I know people like kids. Yeah. So he stops, and I had a chance to like shake his hand and meet him. But yeah, I would love for it to be at Tribeca. And you know, I always picture, you know, you see a movie and it has like all those like film things on it. I want there to be like a lot of leaves on the front cover of my movie. All those leaf things. I want a lot of leaves. I know that your movie does well, but it has a lot of leaves on the front of it. So yeah, we want lots of leaves. Yeah, stars and leaves and anything you can fit on there. I don't care how gaudy it looks. I want lots of those things.
Well, and why did you decide festival circuit for your film?
Well, I think that's a good way to start it. I mean, as far as distribution, you know, we haven't solidified exactly how we want it, but I would love for it to be on the film circuit, and then I would love for it to be in theaters. I mean, we have plans to like take it to Europe and Canada and Australia, and I would love to like go there and show the movie, and then have like Q&As afterwards and meet and greets, and just take it everywhere. And eventually, once we go and show it in all these big theaters and stuff, I want it to be on YouTube. Like that's where it lives. Like that's where it deserves to be. And once we've showed it at every theater in the entire world, we'll put it on YouTube.
And tell us about Makers and starting that. Maker
Studios. It was just like any great creationist started out of necessity. You know, I started YouTube like 6 years ago, and a couple years into it, I realized that there was other YouTubers that were doing it, you know, professionally on the site, and I became friends with them. Namely, Lisa Nova. She was, you know, not only the biggest female YouTuber at the time, but probably one of the biggest YouTubers at the time. And I was like, whoa, Lisa Nova. And they had what we call a brand deal. They had an opportunity to promote a movie called Crank 2 with Jason Statham. Remember, he had to like keep his heartbeat above a certain RPM or he would die. So we were going to get paid to help promote that movie. So they called me up and they said, hey, we can fly you out to Los Angeles. I lived in Idaho at the time. I had 3 kids. I had never been to LA, except for maybe once on choir tour when I was a junior. Went to Disneyland. Choir tour is awesome, don't make fun of me. And so they flew me out to LA. They paid me $2,000 to make this video. And I had never done film. Like, I'd never been to film school. I didn't know how to work a camera. And they knew how to edit. They had like a boom pole. And I was like, this is like Hollywood. They got a microphone on a stick, you know? And I was like, this is crazy, making videos with people who know how to make videos. Before that, it was like my wife was just holding this like digital camera. And I'm like, no, not like that. She's like, well, how should I do it? I'm like, I don't know, but not like that. You know, so these guys actually knew how to make videos. So it was just fun because they would have an idea. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And he's like, well, I'll shoot it like this and I'll zoom in and then you say this and I'll pull out and then you say that. I'm like, that's genius. And so just the opportunity to make videos with other people who like to make videos is like, what if we started a business where we made videos together, and then we could promote each other because she had a big audience and my audience was growing, and she would promote my channel, which I was like, that would be great if Lisa Nova, the biggest YouTuber on the site right now, promoted my channel, get me more audience, and then I can make videos and promote her channel, and we'll kind of like push our audiences, you know, towards each other. And so we got a few other friends, Cassim G and Hi, I'm Ron, and Lisa's brother Ben was part of it, and we just started this business. And you know, they called me like, why don't you move out here? And I was like, I live in Idaho. That's scary, you know, to like move out to the big city and start a business, you know, and a YouTube business, let alone. It's like, what's YouTube? And we had just started getting paid to make YouTube videos. So my wife was terrified, like, how are we going to pay the bills? Like, we have 3 kids. What if it doesn't work? Like, what if we get stranded in LA and murdered and mugged and all these things? And I'd be like, babe, we just need a tank of gas. We need a tank and a half of gas, and we can just drive back to Idaho. So it was a big risk, you know, like anything in life. If you don't risk something, there's no reward. So it was like, let's just do it. Let's try it. And we kind of just bit the bullet, and we moved out to Los Angeles, and we started this business. And the day I arrived in LA, we had our first brand deal with A1 Steak Sauce. It was this big brand deal where we had to get people to sing for their beef. And you had to make up these stupid, I shouldn't say that in case A1 wants to do other brand deals. I actually never liked A1 until we did this brand deal, and I had to like use it, I had to eat it. I was like, this is really good. I like A1 Steak Sauce now. But that was like our first brand deal that we got paid to make when I moved out to LA. And the money that we made off of that A1 Steak Sauce deal, that paid our rent for the first 3 months. So it was like we had a little cushion, and we started this business and started growing it and hired some friends and people that we knew. And then as it grew and evolved, more and more people got involved, and pretty soon there was 10 employees and then 15 employees, and it just grew and grew. And pretty soon I'd go into the office and I'd be like, I don't know who those 3 people are. Like, where did they come from? You know, and then now we have over 400 employees. Maker, you know, is responsible for 5.5 billion monthly views, and it's just exploded. You know, so it's been quite the journey.
And all the different divisions in the company, how is that kind of structured, and how does it work exactly?
Well, yeah, so I mean, Maker Studios isn't only a production company; it's a media company. We do everything. Like anything that I want to do as a YouTuber, Maker Studios made these socks. You know, they helped me make the song. You know, anything that I want, like as far as, you know, a sales team, an ad team, if I want to shoot a video, they have the cameras, they have the lighting, they have a green screen, there's a stage. You know, if I want to go to, like, there's an opportunity to go to Singapore in a month, like, they help me, like, book travel. It's like, anything I do in my YouTube business, Maker Studios facilitates. So they're a huge resource to me as a YouTuber. I'm also, you know, one of the co-founding owners of the company, but you know, just as a YouTuber, I'm not at the day-to-day. Like, I'm not at the desk like, let's do this. I'm just making my YouTube videos. Like I said, we just made the business out of necessity to help us make YouTube videos. So anything you can think of, Maker Studios can take care of. You know, video games. I mean, you know, there's talent that just did a CD. We have a record label. We have a music label. You know, one of our talent, Mika Kitty, just released an album. Tessa, do you know Tessa?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a great album. Like, she DM'd me and she's like, hey, would you like my album? I'm like, just because you're, you know, like, I thought she was like, okay, will you promote my album? I'm like, whatever. So I get it. I'm like, this is really good. I played it once in the van and my brother's already singing it. So it's like really talented people making really great stuff, and it's cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's incredible. And then in terms of like what's coming up next for you, I know you have like so many ideas constantly.
Probably more babies. I'll just make more babies. I mean, so we just, you know, finished 5 years of daily vlogging. And I really want to start focusing more on, you know, higher produced content. Like, I want to start doing more stuff for the Shay Carl channel. It's hard though, because the time that it takes to do the daily vlogs is quite a bit, and that's what has kind of built our audience up to what it is today. So it's like my audience, the people who like support me and will do anything for me, they don't necessarily want me to spend other time away from the vlog. So where I want to like work on other projects like the movie and other things like this, it kind of takes away from my time to make daily vlogs, and that's where our audience comes from. So that's where Maker is a great resource that I can just be like, hey, I have this idea, I want to do this. And they're like, okay, we'll get everything, you just show up on the day and do your thing, and then they'll edit it and they'll take care of all that. So, I mean, you're not going to get rid of us. There's some TV opportunities that have popped up, but I will never do anything that will take away from my YouTube.
You're focused on that.
Yeah, like, I've never wanted to use my YouTube success to parlay into me getting into movies and TV.
Media. Interesting.
Right, because I would much rather be a pioneer of a new stage than to use this YouTube thing to get on TV where they tell me what to do. I would much rather say I'm a pioneer in this thing where you can do whatever you want. So if there's opportunities on TV and stuff, it will only be if they allow me to have all the freedoms and control that I have on my YouTube channel. Because we've had TV opportunities pop up and they're like, okay, but you can't tweet for a month, or you can't show any vlogs. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. Like, it's a great opportunity, don't get me wrong, and I don't want to seem ungrateful because there's a lot of people who would love that opportunity. But I do not ever want to give away any of the freedom that I've been able to get on YouTube. I want to wake up and be like, I want to do this and say this way.
And
I don't
want socks.
Exactly. Buy my socks. Buy my socks. I think if we get to anything in this interview, I sell merchandise and you can buy it. You're a film student. You don't have any money. But yeah, you know, like, I think it's merging. That's happening anyways. You know, everybody's watching stuff on these things. Think about this. Everybody puts a premium on a size of a screen, right? Like if you're on the big screen, it's like you're so famous. And if you're on TV, it's like the smaller the screen gets, it's like the less it matters. But think about this. The eyeballs are all the same size. They're all these little balls in our head. And eyeballs is what matters. Whether it's on a big screen or a tiny screen, we're getting more people watching our videos than are watching David Letterman. You know, some of the numbers are crazy. Like Ray William Johnson just made his last Equals 3 episode. His views, they dwarf TV numbers, you know? So it's like, why is TV more important than this guy who's making a video in his dorm room? Way more people are watching him than are watching Conan O'Brien or whoever that's on TV. I love Conan O'Brien. I met him the other night. Our knees touched. I was like, my knee is touching Conan O'Brien's knee right now. It was awesome.
One of those moments.
Those knee moments. Your knee looks forward to its whole life.
And then in terms of your vlogging and everything that you guys do, like how do you divide up percentage-wise time and allocate different ideas to different projects and channels, and how do you handle all that?
It's really about what I hate to like keep saying this, but it's whatever I want to do. Really.
Okay.
You know, like what I want to do.
What you're interested in then.
It's spend time with my kids.
Sure.
Like, that's why we are on the vlog so much, because I'm just with my kids. I have 5 kids, and if I'm out making music videos or I'm on TV, then I'm not with my kids. So that's, why I love the daily vlog so much, because it just allows me to be with my family. And even when I'm editing or importing footage, or I'm on a Skype call for a business meeting, or I'm sending an email, I'm right there. You know, it's like I can be like, done, let's wrestle. You know, I throw my kids around, I play with the dog, I go kiss my wife, and then I'm, you know, back on my computer. So I'm always right there. So, you know, the vlogs take priority after I'm with my family, you know. And then the other projects that come along, I try to devote as much time to them as I can. But it's always about remembering, like, you know, priority-wise, like, I want to be with my family the most, and doing the daily vlogs is giving me that opportunity.
Right. And then you've continued to expand your channels. Like, why did you decide to do that? Did you think that was, like, a strategic to viewership, or?
Yeah, it's all about, you know, expectations. When somebody subscribes to a channel, and they're like, I subscribed for this. And then I start doing something else, and like, I didn't subscribe for this.
Got it.
So I think YouTubers feel pressured to make a different channel. Like, I have a weight loss channel called Shay Loss, where over the last 2 years I've lost 100 pounds. I've put on a few pounds. I knew you're going to say it. Don't say it. I'm going to lose it. I'm running the New York Marathon in November. Don't worry, I don't burn it off. But people don't care about that. They don't want to know about the weight loss. So it's like, I didn't come here to talk about the weight loss. So I, you know, in my vlogs, sometimes I have to be careful not to like, you guys should eat fruits and vegetables, because they're like, shut up with the weight loss stuff. And like, that's what Shay Loss is for. So you kind of compartmentalize the different types of content. And there's a few YouTubers who don't do that, like the Fine Brothers. They have different types of formats. But as long as you present it that way, like this channel is going to have a lot of different things. If people subscribe, then it's fine. But if they subscribe for family vlogs and I'm talking about eating healthy, they're like, I don't want to know about that, you know. So it's just, you know, other people were making other channels, so I did too.
Yeah.
There was like a while that everybody was making iPhone channels. It's like, just quick clips on your iPhone. So I made iPhone Tart, which I haven't uploaded a video in like 6 months, so I should. Anyways.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. This has been so amazing. You're doing so much stuff, and I wish you the best of luck, and I know it's going to be so exciting to continue watching everything you do. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.